Hello everybody, this is Wes Parker from Colorado. This particular segment is going to be on the harsh realities of living off the grid. So this is what it reads now, 220, 8 watts going out, exiting. And most of that is going to our heat trace line that is keeping the pipe from our house to the cistern, not getting frozen solid. So we have 90% on the battery. We have 23.9 volts. Down here it says 24.1. This is the more accurate one. But you can't let it get below, 24.2. But right now it's under load. So I was told if it's under load, you have to wait till the load stops to get a more accurate reading of what the actual battery situation is. But anyway, that's what it is. We got here last night, and what was it? How cold was it when we got here? Do you remember? It's like
4 degrees.
4 degrees.
Outside.
We couldn't get up our driveway.
And 40 degrees inside.
Yeah, the cabin itself was 40 degrees inside. But we'd left the cabin alone for 2 days, basically. We stayed in town in Estes Park, where I was keeping the commute short by staying at the place and working. So they had about 3 inches in Estes Park. We got home and had 8 inches here. And we were able to make it up to the bottom of our driveway, but that's as far as we could go because 8 inches of snow, it's really tough to get up it unless you have big, thick studs on your tires. So we parked down there, hiked up, and it was bitter cold. Get to the house. I can't start the generator. The batteries are way down. I can't start the generator. And so I have to bring it inside, generator and propane tank, just to pull it closed behind it, just to warm it up so I can start it. Then I dragged the generator back outside and hook it up right there so I don't have to go below the house. You can see the hook up there. And I'll probably take it in town today to get it tuned up. So my first task this morning, besides, getting up at 3:30 in the morning to rebuild the fire, and then my wife went down again at 6:30?
Yep.
To stoke it up again. So there's that aspect. Now, let's see, where did I put that little broom? Well, I'll use the push broom, that'll do just fine. This is a recipe for, disaster.
Let me get a better view.
Going up on a roof. On a metal roof in snow. And you've got to you can't have a steep pitch at all. You'll never be able to walk on it. But I know that I've got a barrier down there that I put in place. So. You got to be pretty gentle with the solar panels. You can't go whacking them with anything. And they've got to be mostly clear. There's a little portion of them that's in shadow. That can affect the performance quite a bit.
Easy snow, though.
Yeah. This beats those kind of snows where the first layer is ice, or if it's really wet snow. Boy, I tell you, you really can't get any slicker than snow on a metal roof. So in the future, when I build the dormer here, I will have a window right there. Step out on that window, come across here. That will be an improvement. And I'll probably build some sort of traction stuff. Right now, I'm nearly 58 years old, and I'd like to make it to 60, if possible.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just about to make a joke about
I know.
If the camera drops, somebody dial 911. Well,
Honestly,
we're filming the good, the bad, and the ugly here.
honestly,
Off-grid living.
a 7-foot fall. Nobody wants to fall 7 feet, but could be a heck of a lot worse.
Yeah, but we do have these rocks.
So now I want you to see a device, a very complex device that I designed and built for pushing snow off the.
Oh, before that, do you want to check the incoming,
We'll go
or
back in
do
and
after?
all that.
Should see an improvement.
Are you filming Mr. Duff?
Duffy's in the shot.
Duff, come here a
Yeah,
second. Hey, Duff, come here. Hey,
he loves the snow.
this guy loves it. The colder it is, the happier he is. Yeah. Yeah. You never have to put on, special clothing.
Woo.
It takes us 10 minutes to get dressed every morning, at least. But not him. He's ready to go. Yeah, I know.
All right.
All right, so here's the super complex device. We call this the snow pusher. It's made of extremely high-tech materials that can only be found at your local hardware store. This is 2x2 picket stuff, probably left over from building these pickets. And here's the one at an angle. This is a piece of 2x6 left over from framing. You can even see carpenter marks and 16 on center marks. God knows what that was. Probably some plate or a wall thing that was going to be laid out, but it probably wasn't straight. So this is how it works. You place it on the ground. Wait a minute, I have it upside down, and you push.
It's a whole lot better than shoveling.
And so there you go. We have a pretty big deck here. This width here, and then this width here that is 36 feet long this way, and I've got about a 6-foot wide swath cleared. Down on the other side, it's 8 feet wide, and it's 30 feet long. And I cleared that yesterday. These two sections. I don't know what, 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. It doesn't take long. So
Yeah, especially if the snow's in this shape. I mean, this
Yeah.
is as easy as it gets.
this is the light, fluffy stuff. Easy to push off your deck. Easy to plow off your driveway. It's the snows that we get in March, April, and May. Those heavy dumps where if you fill your shovel with it, you can barely lift it. Those are the dangerous ones. Slick, heavy. They're tough on roofs. They're tough on decks because of the huge amount of pounds per square feet. So let's go inside for the very end of this and see what our batteries are saying now that the panels have been uncovered. Oh, we wait with bated breath. This is our first good snow of the season.
Do you
right, Laura?
remember? Yeah, we've only had a couple inches prior. Do you remember what the setting was?
Well, we are negative, what, 222, but that, whatever it was. But that's a little unfair because, you coming in? Come on. Let's see what we got now. So it's jumped up to 25.4. Now you'll notice here, the little green light, that says that we're getting more wattage in than we're consuming. So now we've got 255 coming in, whereas before we had, 228 going out. So we've just picked up 500 watts difference. And I don't
just from
know.
clearing the snow.
I don't know whether that heat trace is on, because if that heat trace is on, it would be more like a 700 or 800 difference. So anyway, that's the what would you call it? The good, the bad, and the ugly.
That's what I said.
Did you say the same thing?
Exactly what I
The
said.
good, the bad, and the ugly of living off the grid. That toilet is frozen, which is weird because the water leading up to the sink is not frozen. That means it's a 6-foot run from there to there, somewhere in there that's frozen. All my pipes in this house are made with PEX. PEX are supposed to be pretty good in the freezing thing that can take a freeze, that expansion, unlike copper. So there's that problem. We don't have any hot water. And I went over to my Rinnai hot water heater, looked up the code book, and I checked its codes, and it said code 11, which says that it's not getting any ignition, which means it's coming down from the propane tanks. So I called up my buddy who lives right down the mountain. I said, he knows a lot about propane and gas in general. He said, your regulator is probably frozen. He said, unhook it from the tanks, unhook it from the pipe leading to your hot water heater, bring it inside, thaw it out, should be okay. So anyway, and I've got to plow, take the generator down, get it fixed, probably take Lori's car down to get new snow tires on that because hers aren't really good enough for what we got going on here. Anyway, they worked well last year, but not this year. Wes Parker, signing out from Colorado. I'm at your service.